Hi guys, I hope you're having a fantastic Friday. I hope your week was brilliant, and I hope your weekend is even brillianter, even more brilliant. Today I'm doing the Pokemon Go tag that I was tagged in by my amazing friend Nazima over on Twitter. I was tagged as my blog, but I have uploaded the blog post and I was like, I'm gonna film the video of this because it's such a fun tag and I want to tag all of you people. The original post and inventor of the tag is Red at Midnight, and it is a blog. It's originally a blog tag, but I'm going to bring it onto YouTube because why not? Anyway, question one. Starters, the book that started your love for reading. I have loved reading for as long as I can remember, and I grew up with my mum and dad reading stories to me before I went to bed, and Michael McPurgo was a huge influence on my love of reading, and Roald Dahl was fantastic, and all that lot. But the books that got me obsessed to form this bookshelf and obsessed with YA in particular, and everything that led to me wanting to be an author and all of this was probably Twilight by Stephanie Myers. Yes, these books aren't the best, and yes, they have some traits in them that are just beyond ridiculous, but they're what started everything for me, and I feel that without them, I would not be sitting here. I wouldn't be loving books as much, and I wouldn't be writing either. So, yeah, Stephanie Meyer's books definitely have changed me and were the ones that started everything. Question two, Pikachu. An iconic classic that you'll always love. A classic that I will always love has to be Matilda by Roald Dahl. Um, it's just I love the film and I love the book even more, and everything about it is fantastic. And I just love and I connect really, really well with Matilda as herself. Obviously, I don't have those moving power things, but I do love um, books as much as she does, and it's just the picture of her walking home from the library with a trolley full of books is just everything to me. Zerbat. I don't play Pokemon. I'm just gonna disclaimer that here. I have never played Pokemon. I don't know the Pokemon. I don't know the Pokemon. Yeah, I don't know them. So I'm just putting that out there. I don't really know how to say any of these, so don't kill me, please. Anyway, but it'll be here. It's here. You can see it. You can read it. I just don't know how to say that. A book you lost interest in because it was literally everywhere. Um, there's quite a few books that I've lost interest in. Because it's everywhere and because everyone says it's fantastic, and I have this weird thing that if everyone says it's fantastic, it must be, but I it just worries me and all this lot. But it has to be Divergent by Veronica Roth. I loved the first book and I really enjoyed the second book, but then Allegiant happened, and I don't know, it wasn't, no, not even the thing that happened at the end that we don't talk about. That didn't put me off. It was the whole thing I just didn't like. And then the films started coming out, and I don't even want to talk about the films because they're so bad. They stress me out on how bad they are, and the fact that recently they decided they're gonna not do a fourth film and they're going to do a TV series or something. I think I heard that. That just they're not going well, so don't bring them out again. Don't don't do that. No. Oh, four is Ditto. A book that reminds you of other books tropes, but you still love anyway. I can't really think of one. I don't like this question because yes, books might have similar tropes and ideas, but if they're like, for example, they're in the same genre, they're going to have that. That's what puts them in the same genre. But I don't know. I don't want to say one that I've read, but I've heard that Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard has some similarities to a lot of books. But I don't know. I don't like this question because yes, books are gonna have similar tropes and similar ideas, but they're not the same. If they've been written by a different person, they're never going to be the same. So I don't like that question. Number five, I believe it might be six. I don't know. I'm not really keeping count. Snorlax, a book or series that you have not started because of its sheer size. That's an easy question. I can answer that straight away. Game of Thrones. I adore the series. It's fantastic. I love the TV show. It's amazing. I love the interwoven character arcs and everything is just brilliant. But it's so big. It genuinely scares me. Look how big it is. So scary. Number six. Jengar? That thing. A book that kept you up at night. I'm taking a different spin on this because I don't read horror books. I don't like them. I've been told to read It because I'm petrified of clowns. It's my biggest fear. And everyone's like, you should read It by Stephen King because you don't see them, but it's about them, so you will be scared. And it's like, I don't get horror books. Why would you put yourself in the situation where you are shitting yourself from fear? I don't get it. Anyway, I'm going to take a different spin on this and I'm going to say a book that has kept me up because I've been reading it because it's so good. And I'm going to put This Savage Song by V.E. Schwab. I have recently read this book and I finished it just before I met her at the start of this month. And honestly, it is fantastic. The concept is so different from anything else I've read. The characters are amazing, and I absolutely adored the fact that it was two main characters, a boy and a girl, but there was no relationship. There was no romantic feelings. They were fighting together because they had to, because they were in a situation where if they didn't support each other, they were gonna die. All of this lot, and it's such a good story. I absolutely loved it, and I I literally was sucked in from the first page because the first page is Kate burning down a church, and it's just the best start to a book ever. So definitely kept me up so late. I didn't stay up the whole way through the night because of it, but I did stay up really late reading. Nido King and Queen, my bookish OTP. Oh my goodness. I could literally list every single relationship in any book and they would probably be up at the top being an OTP. But I'm going to have to say Feyre and Rhysand from Akmath, from A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas, Rowan and Aelin from Throne of Glass, Will and Tessa from The Infernal Devices by Cassandra Clare, Simon and Isabel from The Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare, Amani and Jin from Rebel of the Sands by Owen Hamilton, Emma and Julian from The Dark Artifices by Cassandra Clare. Honestly, Mira and Theron from the Snow Like Ashes trilogy by Sarah Rash, Kazan and Nej from Six of Crows by Lee Bardugo, and Ty and Lainey from Keeper by Kim Chance. Definitely OTPs. There's so many more, and I could literally sit here for this whole video just talking about Bookish OTPs, but they're the first lot that come to the top. Oh no, Claire and Jamie from, I just saw them. Claire and Jamie from Outlander. Honestly, oh my god. Yeah, so we'll move on because otherwise I will sit here reminiscing about Bookish relationships and not be able to continue with the video. Rapidash, a fire hot paced read. Oh goodness, there's so many books that I couldn't actually put down because of how amazingly fast paced and everything was just brilliant, and there was no point that I felt was a good time to stop. Even chapters were just like cliffhangers and I had to carry on. It's that whole I'm going to go to sleep but just one more chapter because I need to find out what happens situation. But I have to say Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I listened to it as an audiobook as I was working, and honestly, if somebody tried to speak to me when I was working and listening to the audiobook, I wanted to scream at them because it's so good that I could not stop listening. I did not want to stop listening, and I didn't want to talk to people. I wanted to continue with Kaz and Inej and all of that lot. They're fantastic, and Leigh's writing is absolutely amazing. So I definitely, if you have not read it, I do recommend listening to it as an audiobook because it is brilliant. Evie. Series you'll never get tired of seeing spin-offs for. Oh, definitely the Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare. Everyone's getting, like, I've seen quite a few people moan about the fact that she's writing so many series in the same world, but that really irritates me because that's like saying somebody who sets their books in the real world can't write more than one series because they're in the same world. But if you've spent that long world building and creating the worlds and everything, go for it. Keep producing series in that world, and it's fantastic, and I love all of them. In my own opinion, the Infernal Devices is better than the Mortal Instruments, so the spin-off series is actually better. Magikarp, a book series that was surprisingly great. The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. Honestly, love this. I've only read the first book, but I read Maggie's Shiver, Linger, and Forever series, and the Lamont and other one. What's that one called? Oh, Lamont and Ballard duology, and I wasn't as impressed as I was expecting to be, but then I read the Raven Boys and it's a totally different level. It's fantastic. The characters are amazing. The world is really, really interesting. The tropes and everything is just fantastic. So if you haven't read them, and I know I'm saying it from only reading book one, but I really, really suggest and recommend you do read them. Pokeegg, a debut novel you are really excited for. I'm going to have to go with Carville by Stephanie Garber. I have not yet read the arc, and I am really excited to read it. Everyone says it's fantastic. The story idea seems really, really interesting to me, and everything in it seems really interesting, and I'm really excited for it. So definitely Carville, and I believe Carville is out on the 26th of January 2017, so keep your eye out for it because I'm sure it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Lure Module, an auto by author. Oh my goodness, there is so many. Cassandra Clare, Sarah J. Maas, Alwyn Hamilton, Leigh Bardugo, Victoria Schwab, Amanda Hawking, Alexandra Bracken, Kirsten White, There's so many amazing authors, and I need all the books. So yeah, seriously, there's so many amazing authors. This list would be as long as my Bikash OTPs list. Legendary, an overhyped series that you're still excited to read. I am very, 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 very ashamed to say that I have not read the Percy Jackson series, either of them, and I'm super excited to. It's really big and quite intimidating, and I really, really want to be able to sit down and just binge read the whole of them. So, yeah, no, I am very excited for them, but I'm ashamed to say I have not read Servers Down, a book release you have been waiting for forever. That's actually really difficult to think of because most of the books I have been waiting for have come out or are coming out in the next couple of months. I'd have to say, and I'm biased in this because I love it so much, but I have to say Keeper by Kim Chance. It's so fantastic, and yes, it's not published or in the works to being published, as in it's not in a publishing house yet. It's not had a release date or anything like this, but it deserves to. It really, really does. Kim's writing is fantastic. Keeper is such an amazing story. I was so lucky to be a beta reader for it, and to be honest, some of me is like, I really wish I wasn't, because I need this book in my hand now. It's so fantastic. The characters are so amazing and so interesting, and you connect with them straight away. So definitely Keeper. I don't know how much longer I can wait for that book. So keep your eye out for that, because it will, Kim, it will be published. And I can't wait for it. So yeah. And last but not least, Mew and Mewtwo, I think is how you say that. A collector's edition you wish you owned, and that definitely has to be the 20th edition of Outlander. This gorgeous red cover, and the hardcover is like squishy, and it's so pretty and so amazing and so gorgeous that I need it. I need it, but it's like £30 or something, and can't afford that. I have Outlander, but I need the special edition. Thank you for watching, and I hope I didn't go off on too many rants about how much I love books and how much I love book characters. But yes, I am going to throw this tag out to anyone, but specifically I am going to tag Ansley, my great friend Ansley, and my amazing friend, amazing writer buddy, and fantastically talented person, Kim Chance. So there you go. Go do this tag. Have fun with it. See you next week. Bye, guys.